In this week's lesson, we are going to be taking a look at James Tiptree's The Girl Who Was Plugged In. It is considered very early or proto-cyberpunk, written in the mid-70s, and it features a protagonist who is a living actual mind, very aware that she is piloting a false body. She does so primarily because of the construct of beauty, of celebrity, and what's more, to feel like she has some sort of agency, or its rougher counterpart, power. When we look at the critical lenses that you are using, each one of these is specifically designed to look at an element of power. What is power? How do you hold it? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Something to be railed against? Something that is created through oppression? If there is someone in power, there must be someone who has less power, and often those who are out of power or oppressed. Power is not what we wish to gain through scholarship. What we wish to gain is agency. While power is extrinsic, in other words, it relies on external factors, things like money. A Marxist lens would point this out. Things like privilege from our race or gender. Critical race studies and feminism or gender studies would point to this. Agency is the ability intrinsically, or from an internal point of view, self-driven, to feel like you make a difference, like you have a choice, and like you can be effective in society. And how we do this is by using lenses to look at how power is constructed and then try to dissect how that power operates and ask questions about how we can change the story to make the distribution of power or the acquisition of agency much more equal. The idea of the construct is something that you want to have in your back pocket. What is a construct? Very simply, it's a lovely illustration when, in The Matrix, Morpheus is trying to introduce Neo to what the Matrix is, and they're in that program that's kind of like a blank canvas, and he says, this is the construct. We can load anything we need, clothing, weapons, anything. So a construct is something that human beings construct, and then we fill it with meaning. Again, one example of this is gender. I'm not talking about biological sex, but rather the expressions of gender. What is a woman's place? What makes, quote, a real man? Pardon me. These are all constructions that are circulated, reinforced, and seemingly solidified by the stories that we tell. If, as a man, I see myself represented, particularly in media and story, as someone who must be either rugged or very dapper, then that's how I will conceive myself. And very often we'll just go along and buy into that. Is it right? Is it wrong? If it's not oppressive, then it's neither here nor there. It is. However, if I am a non-binary male, if I am a man who does not see myself reflected in all of these popular circulations of masculinity, then at that point, I may feel as if I am an outsider, as if I am not adequate. Um, and this is where it can be very problematic.